So now we'll see lecture 17, and in lecture 17 we have I think just a moment. So now we are going to see our lecture 17, and in this lecture 17 we have two more cases to discuss, and I'll just change the color. So the equation will be in this format: m dx plus n dy is equal to 0, we know that. And third case will give you a function fx, which will be purely the function of x alone or any constant. Fourth case will give you function y, I mean phi y, which is going to be the function of y alone or constant. But how will you achieve them? Because in lecture 16th and 17th you understood that dy by sorry dm by dy and dn by dx, they will not match, and if they will not match, then definitely if I subtract them, I will not be getting 0 as my answer. Correct? Means two things are clear here. First thing, this dou m by dou y and dou n by dou x, they are not matching. Because of that, if I subtract them, my answer will not be 0. And second thing, we are solving what kind of differential equation? Differential equation which we can reduce into the exact form. Correct? Fine. So if I subtract them, there are two ways to subtract. One is dou m by dou y and dou n by dou x, and one is dou n by dou x minus dou m by dou y. In both the subtraction, what is the difference? Difference is, if you subtract them, either a number will come or some function will come. Now that function you divide by n if you are subtracting in this way, or you divide by m if you are subtracting by this way, right? So trick is, if dou m is coming in the last, then divide by m. If dou n is coming in the last, then divide by n. Okay, means you remember like this: m minus n by n, or you can remember n minus m by m. Okay, so you are going to get one function fx, or you can say one function fy, and that function will further help you to find out integrating factor. Guys, remember, this is not integrating factor, this is not integrating factor. When you subtract them and divide them, then you will be getting a function, either fx or phi y. Those people will help you to find out integrating factor here and integrating factor here. This kind of integrating factor we have also seen in when we were solving Bernoulli and first order first degree equation, right? So trick to remember, if they are not equal, then by how much amount they are not equal, you have to think. Means after subtraction only we can think. So subtract them and check. Then according to m and n, you choose either case third or case fourth, which case, this is basic IQ. Okay, after that, take one example: y minus 1 dx x dy. So here m is y minus 1, dou m by dou y is 1, and here n is minus x and dou n by dou x is minus 1. This 1 and minus 1, they are not matching. If they are not matching, now see here, how will you think? Because we have only 4 cases, so why we should go for either third case or fourth case? Why not first case and second case, what we saw in lecture 16? Because case 1 is reserved only if all the terms are making equation homogeneous, but in this it is not homogeneous. And why not second case? Because in second case, either x or y you can take common throughout, but again we cannot take. So only third or fourth case is remaining. So in third case you will do like this, in fourth case you will do like this. Correct? But you can choose third or fourth both, but there is a problem. This division is limited by either m or n, right? So from here itself you have to decide. If you are choosing third case, then you have to divide by n. What is the main motivation behind division? Final answer should come either in terms of pure x function or in terms of pure y function. So if you are choosing n, then you choose this subtraction. If you are choosing m, then you choose another subtraction. Okay, and then after getting the function, find out integrating factor. Okay, so in our case, if I subtract, I am getting 2, and after that n value is 1 minus 1 by x, so I am getting minus 2 by x. My function came purely in terms of x. Why didn't I choose m for the division purpose? Because m was y minus 1, so extra term was present. So choosing n was like small, it's good for us. So integrating factor, solve this here, you got this 1 by x square. Now multiply this integrating factor in the given question. It will make the question exact. So y minus 1 dx and minus y by and minus x into dy was your question. Divide by x square x square. Now you solve this term and keep y constant and integrate. Now you solve this term, but here you have only x term, what we have to ignore. So this term anyway you have to leave 0. So only this term you will solve, and you'll be getting 1 minus y is equal to x times c as your answer. So here we have used third case. Now you check this one. Again, will it belong to case 1? Answer is no. Why? Because no homogeneous. Will it belong to case 2? No. Why it will not belong to case 2? Because again, in case 2 also you have some more complication. If you have forgot the case 2, just revise and then you decide it will not belong to case 2. Now check either case 3 or case 4. I have taken this for case 4 as example, but why not case 3? Let's understand. M value is this, n value is this, and their derivatives dou m by dou y, dou n by dou x is this. Okay. Now if I see them, they are not equal. If they are not equal, it means it is not exact. It is reducible to exact. So I am choosing this method this time. Why this method? Because when I subtracted in this way, see, you subtract a minus b or you subtract b minus a, these answers will be different only by negative sign. But that is not the main thing to decide case 3 or case 4. Main thing is m. You want to decide the number by m or by n. How will you think by m or by n? When you will divide by m or n, it should give you a proper function, either y or x, any one. So if you divide by n, then you will not be getting proper function. But if you divide by m, so if you are dividing by m, then which subtraction method you will choose? Case 4. Dou n by dou x, dou m by dou y, because only this method allows you to divide by m. Okay. So then you go for integrating factor, because whatever answer came, that answer gives you how to find out integrating factor. So integrating by e power integration of your minus 3 by y into dy, and you got 1 by y cube as answer. Now that 1 by y cube we multiplied here, here and 0. Right. After that we did some steps and then ignore y constant, consider y constant here, ignore x terms, and finally this became your answer. Now go for lecture 18.